318 weekend's kicking off with Art of a Soul by Chef Tootie Morrison. This is going to be a 4-course dinner with live painting and music, curated to feel like you're in her home while she's cooking a dinner for you. It's going to be quite an experience, and that conversation with her covers what she feels about art and culinary arts being part of art, uh, what she feels about 318 culture and its food, as well as more details on the event and her inspirations for being a chef. So it was a great conversation. I think you guys are really going to enjoy this one. All right. And before we go there, anytime you want to see more of my articles that I will be releasing, like the one for this one, make sure you go to our website, KSLA.com, and you go here, and then you go to podcasts. And under podcasts, ArkLaTex Artistry is here at the bottom. And then you can find this. You can find this site. And this is where all my articles are. This is where all my articles are that you can check them out, watch the videos. There's a video playlist here as well. You can find all my videos here. All right. Let me go ahead and bring you over to that interview. It was a really fun one again. Tootie is a pleasure to speak to, and I hope to talk to her again in the future, and maybe other chefs like her. All right. Hello, I'm Brittney Hazelton, and this is ArkLaTex Artistry, where we explore the arts in our area. Today's guest is a 3 times Golden Fork winner, a chef with amazing talent with food. Go ahead and introduce yourself.
Well, hello. My name is Chef Tootie. Chef Tootie Morrison is my actual name. And of course, Brittney, it is nice to meet you. And hello to everyone else that it will be watching.
Well, I'm glad to get the chance to talk to you. I've seen news stories about you here and there, recently especially. So first, let's talk about this upcoming event you have, Art of Soul. When is it, and what can people expect during that event?
Well, the event is actually on the 30th of March. It's going to kick off 318 Restaurant Week, and we will be at the Bossier Arts Council, which this is a fundraiser for them. So go ahead and get your tickets, because if you love arts, know anybody in the arts, should be thinking of arts in different forms at all times, go ahead and get you a ticket. What you can expect from this event is like a Sunday in my kitchen while I'm cooking. So, of course, I'm doing the food. Karen LeBreau will be doing a live painting of things that are going on at this dinner. And we will have a live DJ Ready Rock. But the kicker to some of his music will actually be songs that I listen to while I'm cooking.
So it's going to set the scene for like what it's like being at home with you.
It is like being at home with me. It really shows you who I am and the type of music that goes into my food and the whole process. So it's a time to be had. And I think you guys will love being there.
I think for art, all arts, music is a big part of it for a lot of us.
Absolutely.
As a painter myself, I always have a good playlist going when I'm painting.
Yes.
So I admire that you have the same creative process
yes,
as a culinary arts.
Absolutely. It's all the same thing. And like you said, it all comes back down to music and art, and it's all connected. And it's the art of feeling is what I call it, because music makes you feel. If you're painting, you feel. When I'm in the kitchen, I feel all sorts of things. All the memories come back. Cooking in the kitchen with my mom, the smells, my grandmother's kitchen. When I'm cooking, I feel like my ancestors are just standing over me going, hey. So it's me today. So some recipes are from aunt, a pound cake that she used to make, or my
Oh,
mother's style of dredging her chicken. It's all tied into the music, the food, the love of what you're doing, whether it's a culinary artist, painting, a DJ, or someone that doesn't even call themselves an artist, but they're just a collector of things. So it just comes
oh,
in different forms, but it affects everything and everybody, and music is the backdrop to all things.
that's amazing. So there not only so this will be a full dinner, right? How many courses
Oh
are
yeah,
you
we're
going to be
doing four
serving?
courses,
Four?
four course dinner from beginning to end. It's always a little bit of me on a plate, but this dinner is a lot of me on a plate.
Oh. Well,
Mm-hmm.
that is sure going to be exciting, and I know Karen LeBeau is a very popular painter, and
Yes,
you said she's going to be doing live painting
a
there.
live painting at the dinner.
That's awesome.
Mm-hmm.
So how do you feel all of these arts together? You feel that they enhance the experience of eating as well?
Absolutely, because it hits all of the senses, the smells
Mhm.
of my food, the rhythm of the music, your foot's tapping. You know, Karen's over there painting, so
Yeah.
you make sure that you're smiling and expressing what you're eating so that she's capturing it, so it's all tied together,
You
and
get the
it's going to
visual
look
stimulation, the sound, and
absolutely,
the taste,
yes,
the
all of
smell
it,
of the food. Yeah.
all of it. And like I said, you get to actually, you know, that Karen's painting and she's doing that from her heart, right?
Mm-hmm.
She's looking around, she's being visual, her smells are going to come into play. Maybe that's a little smoke going up in the air, or a little caliente pepper or something. You don't know how she's going to translate that. The
Mm-hmm.
DJ's over there, he's translating what's coming out of the kitchen, what he knows that I'm cooking while I am in the kitchen. You don't know his spin on it. I am that chef that there's a little gospel in there, there's some jazz, there's
Oh,
some blues, there's some hip hop. There's a
oh,
little bit of everything in there. So just
that's
imagine all of
wonderful.
the sights and sounds and smells and the activities, and someone actually painting that and capturing that moment. And it's a representation of the 318 area. You
It
can't
sounds
get
like it's
any better.
overall just an
Uh-huh.
experience
Yes.
to be had, and
Yes.
definitely in support of the Bossier Arts Council because they are an
Yes.
amazing organization and they
Yes.
support all sorts of art, and
Absolutely.
culinary, visual,
Yes.
theater, everything. So
Yes.
it's definitely a great cause
Yes.
to experience this.
Yeah. And
So
on, go ahead.
so one thing I wanted to ask you, where did your love for culinary arts begin?
Well, I tell people all the time, even before you know who you're supposed to be, God has sprinkled you with who you're supposed to be. So as a
Hmm.
child growing up, smells always stuck with me. Taste. There is one lady who was actually, and I always giggle when I tell this story. She was my cafeteria worker in
Oh,
elementary school, and her name is Miss Ivory Smith. And she wore the same perfume and she has for the past 50 plus years.
wow.
And so she would hug us in the morning at breakfast. So I
No.
could identify her by smell. I still remember taste from like my grandmother's, say her collards, a an aunt's pound cake. So flavors and sounds and smells have always stuck with me. And as I grew up and started to cook myself, I realized that those were just enhancements that I didn't realize that I had as a child that I now know how to benefit as an adult. So cooking just came naturally to me because I
Mhm.
watched my mother. I just sat on the kitchen and watched her cook. My grandmother was a gardener. She grew collards. We had figs and persimmons. There were chicken. I grew up in the country. So all of the sounds and the taste of my childhood, of course, they just followed me into adulthood. And so farm to table, when people say that, I giggle because I'm literally like, I grew up. farm to table. So all
Oh,
of that dictates who you are and what you do if it's something that you're passionate about. And so watching my mother, remembering all of the women and men around me that made a particular dish that I can remember the
yeah.
flavors of, and certain things that my mom cooks that nobody else in the world can cook. And I try and I'm like, almost. And my kids are like, no, you're not there yet. But
Oh.
just paying homage to the people and the places that, that influenced me and, turned me into the chef that I am today,
So it's
So
a lot of heritage and life experience.
it is.
I,
And I read cookbooks like they're novels. So it's this eclectic mix. When people ask me my cooking style, I say, of course, I'm Southern, but with outside influences, because it can be somewhere that I travel, a new spice that I taste, a new method or technique that I want to try. So, yes, I'm Southern based, but my techniques are just influenced by other things, and I kind of adapt them and turn them into my own cooking style.
all right, guys, we're going to go on a short commercial break and then we'll be right back. So just bear with me. Well, there's nothing wrong with taking influence from things around to create like the greatest dishes you can, right? It's like paintings.
Absolutely.
We could paint, we could paint in a specific style, but what if we discover something better by playing around with all the different styles and techniques that's out there?
And we both know, as a culinary artist and an artist, that the best recipes, pictures happen by accident. You picked up the wrong spice and you added it and you went, oh, I thought that was, and it turns out to be the best dish you've ever made. Or you stumble and your paintbrush splatters on your canvas and you're like, oh, that's perfect. So,
As Bob Ross said, happy accidents.
yes, happy accidents happen all the time. Or you're in the
Mhm.
kitchen drinking something and you're like, oh, let me add a little bit of that to my, and then the recipe takes its own legs and you're like, oh, that was perfect. So you
Oh,
can't
I
go
love
wrong
it.
when you're doing what you love.
It's a little bit of a science and it's definitely an art.
Oh, absolutely.
Uh,
Absolutely.
so what can you tell me about your opinion about the food culture in Shreveport Bossier?
My opinion about the food culture in Shreveport Bossier is this: we are overlooked on some levels, not all levels. but they are, I'm going to stop and I'm going to pause and I'm going to say, because I almost cursed. There are some amazing freaking chefs in the Shreveport Bossier area. There's my opinion about diversity in our food, unlike any other. And I keep saying small city because I mean we're not humongous, you know, but
No,
the food culture is awesome here, and it
it
keeps
is.
getting better and better.
It is. It
And the
is. It's
dynamics of it, you know, you can get that street taco that you're, you know, craving. Then you can head on over and get the best filet or tenderloin or the best oyster in town. You can't go wrong. We are hitting it
yeah.
on all levels. Some of the restaurants, as we both know, have been critically acclaimed. There's some
Mm-hmm.
chefs here that are making a name for Shreveport. And I know there was a time ago that people said, Shreveport, where's Shreveport? Well, you know exactly where Shreveport is because you're hearing about our food, our culture, our
Mm-hmm.
arts. More people are coming to the city and they are recognizing the thing that we always know. So when
Oh
people
yeah.
say there's nothing to do in Shreveport or Shreveport is this bad place, Shreveport Bossier is like any other city. There's going to be bad places, there are going to be bad people, but overall, there are things to do here.
Oh
There
yeah.
is art, there's food, there is distinction, there are cigar bars, there are coffee lounges, there are hookah bars. You can't not find something to do if
Oh
you really
yeah.
want to find
There's
something to
always
do.
either there's always a festival, an art event.
Yes,
There's always
yes,
something going on. All the
yeah,
bars have unique events for live
yes,
music, and then
yes.
our food is in a unique placement where we're somewhere between South Louisiana and then the influences from Texas, and we got a
Huh?
unique cultural food center of our own. And
Yes.
I just think people just need to get out and explore these events because,
Mm-hmm.
they'll stay home and they'll never go out and then they say, hey, I have nothing to do. There's nothing to do here. It's like, well, that's because you ain't exploring.
You're not looking for anything to do because
Yeah.
I was literally taken aback. Someone posted a list of things to do like for the next 2 or 3 weeks, and it was jam packed and it
Oh,
was
yeah.
diverse things. It wasn't just a brunch for 3 weeks. There were comedy shows, there were festivals, there were concerts, there's Artini coming up, there's Court coming up, there's all
Oh,
sorts of
yeah.
things coming up. I mean, hell, tomorrow I'm doing brunch at the Kickapoo Twist Winery. That's in DeSoto Parish, but that is still in the 318
Hey, it's
area.
close enough.
Yes, so it is close enough that you can come out and find something to do in the Shreveport Bossier area and the surrounding, you know, cities, Gloucester. So yeah, pick up a calendar and get out and join the rest of us that know that there are things to do. And the food culture here is awesome. If you're not into our food, you know, painting, wine. Everybody loves a little sip of
Hmm.
wine. Like
Good
I said,
music.
Artini's coming up. If you're an artist, I know they're looking for volunteers right now
Oh,
to
yeah.
help to paint Artini glasses, the martini glasses for Artini. So there's
Oh,
something to do.
that's
And
a
it
fun
doesn't
event.
cost you anything.
Nope.
Like there's not always money that has to be spent. You know, we have downtown areas that you don't know exist. Walk around downtown and get a
Hmm.
feel for, you know, downtown. It's not a bad
Yeah,
place to be. Clyde Fant, it's beautiful out here. You know, get out and walk around and just see what your city really has to offer without
exactly.
offering an opinion that could be, you know, negative. When you
Yeah,
really
get to know the place before you
yes,
make the judgments like that.
yes,
Yeah,
yeah,
exactly.
yeah.
Exactly. So, how can viewers follow you and events that you're going to be hosting and attending?
Okay. Well, you can, of course, follow me on social media. My biggest platform right now is Facebook, and it's Earnestly Tooties with Chef Tootie Morrison. And I'll tell you guys very quickly for the people that don't know, my real name's actually Ernestine. Okay.
Ernestine.
I'm named for my father, Ernest. And there was an article written about me some years ago that said Tootie Morrison. Well, my dad, being who he passed away in 2016. He said to me, I recognized your face, but I didn't know who the hell they were talking about. So I was like, what did that mean? Well, Tootie's my nickname. Morrison's my married name. So there was no connection to my father, no Ernest, no Ernestine. So moving forward, I would ask that people would say Ernestine Tootie Morrison so my father would know who the
Okay.
hell they were talking about and that it was me.
Oh.
So I combined those two names to form my business. Earnestly Tooties represents me and my father, along with what you guys are familiar, my nickname as Tootie. And just follow me on social media. I'm on Instagram, I'm on Facebook, just Tootie Morrison, Earnestly Tooties with Chef Tootie. I'm always posting where I'm going to be. Like I said, I've got a couple events coming up. I'm at the winery in Kickapoo Twist tomorrow. I do a Friday dinner with them the first Friday of every month.
Oh,
Um,
nice.
Coming up, I will be doing pop ups at the Good Day Farm dispensary on Mansfield Road a couple Saturdays a month. So just kind of keep
Nice.
an eye out for where I'll be doing these dinners. And of course, I'm a private chef and caterer. So if there's a time that you guys need anything privately, give me a call. Again, hit me up on social media. My number's right there. I'm private, but I'm not. So just get in touch with me via email, however you need to get in touch with me. We can take care of whatever you need to get done. But like I said, just kind of follow me around if, you would love that. I'll love to have you follow me around and see what's going on. But just get out. And that's what I want to say to everybody. Just get out and enjoy some of the great things that we have going
Mm-hmm.
on in the city and for great causes. And it's not
Yeah.
that you're just out wasting your money, you're actually benefiting foundations and people whose lives are being touched by doing so. So that is greatly appreciated.
Well, thank you so much for stopping and talking to me about this, and
Oh,
uh, I
absolutely.
I look forward to seeing your events as you post them, and maybe we'll talk again in the future when you have another big one.
Absolutely.
All
Anytime,
right,
give me a call.
all right. Well, you take care.
Thank you. You do the same. Enjoy your weekend.
Will do. All right, guys. So that was Ernestine Tootie Morrison, three times Golden Fork winning chef from the Shreveport area. Yeah, again, catch her event. Um, catch her event coming up soon. Um, it's going to be at the Bossier Arts Council. That's in the East Bank area of Bossier. I'll post the details in the article with the full video interview if you want to share it. Um, yeah, it's food culture here. It's got a lot to it, and it's better than what people give us credit for here. And I had a conversation with John Strand, the chef of the Magnolia Pet, and his opinion was that maybe people come through and the only experience they get is maybe the chain restaurants, but they miss out on all of our really good local restaurants. So if you only know our chain restaurants, take the time to get out and explore some of these local restaurants. Fat Calf Bazier, uh, Maryland's Place, Key Mexico is great. Uh, Anything by Chef Tootie is amazing. The Magnolia Pit. Uh, all great places. Zulu's, I know, is really popular as well. Check out these places. They're great. Their food is great. Abby Singer's downtown is amazing, and they're all over. You gotta look a little harder. That's all I gotta say. And especially with 318 Restaurant Week coming up, you can go to their website, check out their list. They got all these local places that are attending, and there's going to be deals going on all week for those restaurants. All right, guys. Remember, you can find more of my articles if you go to ksla.com and you go under the podcast section on the under the hamburger menu, and you can find my articles and my videos in that section. Thank you again, and remember, like, share, and love uh, the artists' work, comment, and buy their work. It's a big deal. It affects them and keeps them going. Additionally, You can find more of these interviews and other interviews from the other podcasts and other articles on KSLA.com, Roku, Apple TV, or on many streaming platforms. Actually, you can check us out on those platforms and YouTube. We're also on YouTube. You can look up our ArkLaTex Artistry has a playlist on it. So if you just want to watch a playlist of videos, there you go. All right, guys, you take care. I'll be recapping this on Wednesday. So if you want to watch it again or you want to try to, get some friends to watch it, Wednesday at 11 is where I do the recaps. All right, take care, guys.